Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam, Jaya Radhe Syam, Jaya Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam, Jaya Radhe Syam. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Gaur Bhimanandi Hari Hari Bol. Om Jnana Timirandhasya, Jnananjana Salakaya, Chaksurunmilitam Yenai, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaham. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टम स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा माह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांस श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथनितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं स हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यः कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम्. Thank you. So we will discuss today the flowery words of the Vedas. So I will ask all of you to repeat one shloka with me. Repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Thank you very much. So this is coming from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, contents of the Gita summarized, and I will just give some reflection how it was. So sometimes say flowery words of the Vedas. Nowadays you will find majority of the people are atheistic. To be very honest, because I was looking into an analysis, kind of a statistics from India, and many states, I was looking into vegetarian, and I was surprised that Orissa has, I don't know, around 94 percentage people are non-vegetarian. Just imagine 4 to 6 percentage are vegetarian people. Tamil Nadu has little higher percentage. Maharashtra, so they are likely almost 90 percentage or more people are eating meat in India itself. So I've not gone through the statistics in America. So my point is, so when you are talking about this 10% or 6% of the people who are vegetarian, and none of them, all of them are not Krishna conscious. Maybe some of health reasons, some are family traditions, somebody from Marwadi family, this family, Jain or blah blah blah. You can name it. So now, when you are talking about flowery words of the Vedas, how many of them believe in that? So there are people, even though consuming different levels of contaminated food, that is still they're attracted by the flowery words of the Vedas. You can ask them, the same people, 20% of the people from one state may go to Kumbh Mela in India when Kumbh Mela means when there is a taking a bath, which happened likely in Allahabad, taking the bath in the Ganges, because by a certain date, you go and take bath, then you will attain heavenly planet because it is equivalent to getting Amrit. So means these are why it is attractive, appealing. We are going to get something because we are tendency that we are going to get something. If somebody says you all are great, nothing to do, you can sleep 10 hours and you're rocking rock stars because it is appealing to you. But when somebody says corrective words, Prabhu, why are you sleeping so late in the morning? Or somebody say, Prabhu, why are you not reading Bhagavad Gita? Then that is not appealing to us. Flowery words means which is ear to my music, which is glorifying to myself. But one must be open. If some corrections are coming from higher sources, we should be taking into account. Just like, so what are other words for flowery? It gives from our dictionary like ornate, florid, rhetorical, high flown, grandiloquent, fancy, floral, magniloquent, bombastic, high sounding. So these are likely flowery. What it is, bombastic, praise, you're giving, eulogizing somebody. You are likely eloquent, you high flown words. So these are likely the flowery words. So why Veda talks about this thing? Veda is our mother and Krishna is our father. Aham bija pradapita. Right? Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed giving father. If Krishna is father, Veda is mother, why Veda is deceiving us by giving flowery language? But the point is, Veda is trying to bring you to the point. Because when a child is playing outside, when there is a rain or something, the mother tries to give instruction. My dear child, please come inside, otherwise you'll get sick. You'll get flu, cold, cough. But the child doesn't listen. So what the mother says? Well, I'll give you a candy. Or I will try to give you something. The reason is mother doesn't know. Then you will say his teeth got cavities because he's eating too much of candies. And the mother would say, why mother is so bad towards the kid by giving candy? No, because the child is obstinate. And in order to prevent him from falling sick, in order to prevent him from being such kind of situation, mother is enticing him by offering a level of candy or something. But that is not the point that mother is bad. Mother is giving in a higher purpose. So gradually the child will come to a stage. So the flowery words are given so that those people who are at least suffering, so at least they can go to heavenly planets. At least they can uplift themselves. So what flowery languages gives you? Mental satisfaction. Anyone who praises you, no matter whoever, your enemy, you do not know, your boss, your colleagues, your friend, your wife, your daughter, your child, whoever praises you, it gives you mental satisfaction. I say, Rajatra Prabhu, you look so wonderful. Your specs, your glasses look so wonderful. Your name is so brilliant. Rajatra, I love it. Definitely there is a glow in your face. So I say, Avinav Prabhuji, I like your gesture, your question. I like, all of your things you are doing, presence, you come in time, your punctualities is well worth. So there is always mentally you are satisfied that you are getting a praise. But if I say someone insulting words, then automatically there is a negative feelings in the heart. So mental satisfaction By recitation of such verses, also you will get certain things. Now, what does the flowery languages offer you? The result? The flowery language, anytime people go in Christianity, they say you'll go to heaven or hell, right? Many of the people in Christianity, they say, oh, you do this, you'll go to heaven. If you don't do this, you'll go to hell. You donate something in Christmas, you give $1 million, blah, blah, blah. Then you go to Islamic states also. Then you will find out, though, you get jihadis, and then you'll go to heaven. You'll get this blah, 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 and many other promises which is offered by their religion. Now, these are all flowery words. So, which is true? Definitely, we are following the Veda. These are all true. So, what does it flowery words remains in? Traigunna Visaya Veda. Trigunna Bhavarjuna. Traigunna Visaya Veda means, what is Trai means? Three. Guna means modes of nature. Traigunya Visaya Veda. So the Veda is dealing with these the three modes of material nature. So you have to transcend Traigunya Visaya Veda. You need to transcend these three modes of material nature. That is not to be completed by the flowery. If you are attached, entangled with the flowery words of the Vedas, then you are stuck. You may go until heaven. So we'll give some examples of two from Srimad Bhagavatam about Daksha Yajna and King Puranjana. So we'll see why not only in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, but also we will get some examples from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we understand, we wait, but we must question why. Means why the flowery words are not, is it basically an obstacle in our devotional practices. For example, Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. Did he build a beautiful room and ambience and air condition and all to chant Hare Krishna? No. Instead, he went near to a latrine, a toilet, because filthy places people won't come and disturb him. But it is a very higher advanced state of his life. We cannot follow blindly. We need certain, good ambience in order to do our sadhana. If we get all kind of bad things, also we will not progress in devotional services. But now the point is, when you advance more, you will bypass these flowery words which is offered. Flowery words means, okay, you read this chapter, by reading this chapter you will get a son. Oh, Bhagavatam second canto, if you read, then you will get a job. Third canto, if you read, then you will get a wife. Fourth canto, if you read, then you will, get a big house. If something is offered, then the motivation will be, okay, I will get some things to read that. But that is, Bhagavatam is completely pure, completely transcendental. It is not in this business of Trigunya Vishaya Veda. So the flowery words. Here we are going to read from two sloka, 42, 43, and 44. It says, Yam imam puspitam bacham. You can repeat after me. Yam imam puspitam bacham.
Yam
Yamimam
pinam
puspitam
pushpitam
vacham
vacham
Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
pravadanti
Rampi
avipasitaha
avipachitaha
Vedavada rata partha.
vedavada rata
Navadarata
partha
partha
Nanyat asti divadinaha.
nanyat
Nanyat
astiti vadinaha
astitivadinaha
Kamatmana shargapara.
kamatmana
Kamatmanaha
sargapara
swargapara
Janma karma phalapradham.
janma karma
Janma karma
phalapradam
falapradam
Kriya visesa bahulam.
kriya
Kriya
visesa
vishesha
bahulam
bahulam
Bhoge sajja gatim prati.
bhogastariya gatim
Bhogaishwarya
prati.
gatim prati.
So Ram Reddy Prabhu, can you see my screen? What is written? Can you read that? And the
Sure, Prabhu.
paragraph? Yes.
Sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is given in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking. He is himself the founder of the religion. Krishna is saying, man of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. Flowery word is Puspitam Bhajam. So they are attached. So that means you'll go to heaven. Many people in India also say, oh, by doing this, oh, he went to heaven. So after death, Sargavas, right? हमारा क्या है grandfather, great grandfather का स्वर्गवास हो गया means died. Sargavas means they attend to heaven because everybody desires that heaven is the ultimate things which is needed, and that is their aim of their life. That by performing certain activities, ritualistic activities, they wanted to go heaven. One of these things which is desirable is going to Kumbh Mela, or giving donations to feeding poor, and also opening schools, eye hospital, these, that. So these are the things which will give you the results to attain heavenly planets. So now result and good worth you can get also because people are desiring that, oh, I get in a family of Ambanis or Adanis or big rich men, traders men, politicians, so that I'll get material opulences. And also power, that how I get the power and so forth. So these are likely an extensive ideas of sense gratifications, which is very much there. Kriya Visesa Bahulam. So what we should be then? Because Veda Rata Partha, these are all in this stage of understanding from the Traigunda Visaya Veda. So what is that thing? Because they are attached to the Puspitam Vacham. So now if you go to the next one, which talks about the 44 sense enjoyment. Bhoge Sajja Prasaktanam
भोगैश्वर्य प्रशस्तानं
Tayapahritta Chetasam
तया बहुतचेतसां
Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi
देवसायित्मका बुद्धिः
Samadho na Vidhiyate.
समाधो न विधीयते.
So, Puspanjali Mataji, can you read this translation?
In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Very good. So, who are attached to sense enjoyment? Too much sense enjoyment means material opulence. So, that means I am day and night always thinking about advancement of my material prosperity, advancement of my all kind of sensual enjoyment in terms of money, in terms of gratificatory exercise, in terms of all varieties of you can imagine, from dress to jewelries to food to house to car to horse riding to high anything you can imagine which is giving you joy, to boating, to scuba diving, to anything else you can see which is giving you much more benefits for your body. Those people, what happens to them? Devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. First thing we get the flowery words of the Vedas, flowery words of the result of the flowery words and the activities you do by getting, you will get much more opulence. And by too much of opulences when you receive by such activities, then the devotional service to the Lord doesn't take place. So that's why Lord Vishnu does not give too much of extreme facilities for the devotees so that they do not become devotees rather than they become karmis. So Krishna keeps them in their level. How much rich they should be, how much poor they should be. Krishna manages the devotees if they are surrendered properly. Krishna manages, okay, you are there, you are now this much. You will be happy whatever I have given to you. Be satisfied with that. But if the devotee too much demands and cries and things, then Krishna also provides some more facilities. But Krishna knows well how much we really needed for us to be happy, and we can at the same time serve Krishna, the Sankirtan movement, Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON so nicely, so that our devotional practices remains and our service to Krishna also expands. So we have to make sure that these things are very important. Now we understand this is the conceptual examples given in Bhagavad Gita. So what is that to be remembered? Puspitam Bhajam. And the second one you can remember, Vedavada Vrata. And third thing what is said in the Vyavasaitmika Buddhi. So in this one, too much of material opulences, you will not get devotional service. By completely understanding a Vigya, means I know Veda, I know things, I know how to perform rituals, I know these things. I know I have created an Athalaya where 100,000 people come, I feed them. I given 100,000 cows to people. I have donated land. I have digged well in many villages. Blah, blah, blah. These are all good work. But that good work is not sufficient to develop love of Godhead. So we will take an example from Daksha Yajna. So those who know Daksha Daksha is the Prajapati, who is the son of Lord Brahma, and he was the primeval, the chief chairman of the Prajapatis, appointed by Lord Brahma. To Prajapati means their main business is to expand population. And Brahma was interested in to expand population in the material world. So it is a discussion between Maitra and Vidura. Said, Paraviswa Srijam Satre Sameta Paramastreya Tatha Mara Gana Sarve Sanuga Munayo Agnaya. That means, Rathajatra Prabhu, can you read this translation? Unmute yourself. Okay, he's not responding. So Avinav Prabhu, can you read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The sage Maitreya said, in a former time, the leaders of the universal creation performed a great sacrifice in which all the great sages, philosophers, demigods, and fire gods assembled with their followers.
So there is a great sacrifice which are performed, and then as various things has happened, and Daksha was likely the chief of them. And during this time, what happened is, when you can see there are millions of people, the sages, the demigods, the fire gods, and everyone is present. So now, if you know about stuffs, I don't want to give a full details, but I wanted to highlight the Daksha. He is expert. Daksha means expert in Vedic knowledge. He knows the flowery words. By doing this one, you can attain opulences, you can attain, power, supreme position in this universal planet system, and so and so. He knows all these stuffs. He has utilized it. But is he a person's eligible for love of Godhead? Even he has seen God directly. He's father-in-law of Lord Shiva, right? Sati is his daughter. Sati married to Lord Shiva. What was his problem? His only problem is he was offending Lord Shiva. He offended Lord Shiva because Lord Shiva did not get up from his chair when he arrived in the assembly, and he was expecting Lord Shiva should get up and respect him. Well, Lord Shiva was meditating on Sankarsana, so he did not, bother who is coming, who is not going. He's completely in trance. And Lord Shiva is also highly elevated soul, so he cannot. So in this whole context, Sati went to this one, and then he's performing a great yajna. Nevertheless, by such yajna he was doing, and then he again offended Sati in front of Sati to Lord Shiva. Oh, Shiva is such a rascal, he doesn't take bath, he's always in the crematorium, he doesn't deserve to be given a sacrifice, share of the sacrifice, whatever we are doing. So these are all offenses. When the wife listens to the offense of her own husband, then either she can commit suicide or she can cut the tongue of the person who is offending. But unfortunately, Sati's father, so she cannot cut the tongue. Rather than she committed suicide herself. And when she committed suicide, Lord Shiva got angry. And then from Lord Shiva, what happened? A fearful black demon as high as the sky and as bright as three suns combined with thereby created. his teeth very fearful, and the hairs on his head like burning fire. He had thousands of arms equipped with various weapons, and he was garlanded with the heads of man. So this is the creation of Lord Shiva. By his anger, he came to the Daksha Yajna and he wanted to annihilate all the people there. You can see he chopping them off. So by seeing such ghastly personalities. Now, my dear great and powerful Lord Shiva, you were created first from the mouth of Lord Brahma in order to protect the Brahmanas in pursuing education, austerities, vows, and self-realization. As protector of the Brahmanas, you always protect the regulative principles they follow, just as a cowherd boy keeps a stick in his hand to give protections to the cows. So here it has been mentioned, Lord Shiva is also protector of religion. Dharma Vassala is Bhagavan Krishna, and Dharma Rakshapalana is Lord Shiva. He is also Dwarpal of all the Dham. Go to Vrindavan Dham, Jagannath Puri Dham, Lord Shiva is the protector. So now if you see, what is the outcome? By the flowery words of the Vedas, Daksha is receiving, what is giving? He is getting pride. And by such pride, what is the outcome happen? Who can see? What is the outcome here? What do you see, Mataji? So Devi, what do you see in the picture?
You see the Daksha with the goat's head.
Daksha is a goat head. So the outcome of by being a learned man, is there anyone in this world is more learned than Daksha, other than Brahma? No, he was very learned. He knows all the Vedas, but it is still Pushpita Vacham. So what is the here, Bansi Prabhuji? Can you see in this picture what is exactly Daksha is? Is he pleading? Is he begging forgiveness, or what is doing? And what Lord Shiva's position is?
Yes, Prabhuji, is asking for the forgiveness, I think, from Lord Shiva.
Yes, he's asking for forgiveness because by mercy of Lord Shiva, Daksha was able to, because the demon killed Daksha, his, his head was cut off from his body, and then by the mercy of Lord Shiva, he got the head of a goat. So now if you see, my point I wanted to here bring is it worth, by learning so much, is it worth, by I became such a learned man, then it is better not to offend the devotees. What is our 10 offenses of against the holy name? The devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating Krishna consciousness, not to blaspheme, right? Not to blaspheme those who have dedicated their lives for propagating Krishna consciousness. Lord Shiva is one of the Mahajan of 12 Mahajan. He is an incarnation of God himself, and he is the supreme protector of religious principle. If you offend to Lord Shiva, then there is nothing can happen to you. So this is one example of Vedavada, brother. So ultimately bhakti, which is important, humility or knowledge? Humility, by humility, Lord Shiva is pleased. Now another example is King Puranjana. It's also fourth canto. It is coming.
Prabhuji,
Shreyas, yes.
sorry to interrupt. So in the last story what we just finished, so what is the moral of this story? Is it like no matter how much educated you are not supposed to say any bad words or criticize devotees?
Yes, so the moral is the learned man, or being so much of knowledgeable like Daksha, the outcome is negative by blaspheming a pure devotee. So what is the point of being so much of educated if one doesn't learn how to behave devotees, how to respect devotees? So our grounding principle is start respecting, serving the pure Vaishnavas. That's the thing. And gradually we learn about the Veda. So that's what I wanted to give we are sometimes attracted towards flowery words of the Vedas. Means Oh, Vedas said we become like this, we become like this. So the becoming procedures are so much of predominant in our heart and mind. So we forget about any other conceptual or consequential, implications which may happen, positive or negative. We do it.
Mm.
So it is essential for us that we develop humility. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadyakshanti te jnaninam tattvadarshina. So it's pranipat. Pranipat means surrender to the one. Ask proper question. Tadvidhi pranipatena. Pariprashnena. One ask question and understand from them what is exactly. Am I learning right? Should I do respect this way? Should I perform this rituals? Should I chant this mantra like this? So this is a engagement questions with the spiritual teacher, spiritual master that should happen. So my point I wanted to highlight that the flowery words of the Vedas, by giving an example of Daksha, it has no value. So what is speak? Is there in the earth planet anybody is that educated as Daksha? No, not even 0.0001% is. But people are too much of pride on their knowledge.
Right.
So the pride of the knowledge, what is the value? And we know the outcome here. So our point is Kali Yuga, only thing is respecting others, serving others is the best thing. Because you will find faults in everyone. You'll
Right.
find faults in your own father, own grandfather, own spiritual master, even own God brothers, God sisters. You'll find faults in everybody. So there is no question because collate those nidhe rajan astig man guna kirtanadeva krishnasya muktasang param jai. So that has been given in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Padma Puran, in Kalisantana Upanishad. It has been mentioned. So that is the moral of the first things.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll give another 5 minutes. I know the class has to end in 6:30 my time, right?
You can take, Prabhuji, few more minutes. If,
Yeah, so let me see how much I can spend here. So another example is King Puranjana. King Puranjana is an allegorical king by Prachina Bharishat, another king, who was also fond of doing karma kanda. Karma kanda means ritualistic things. Oh, flowery one, somebody comes, a sage come, oh, you do, today is a Friday, if you do Santoshi Puja, you will get this. Oh, today is Saturday, you just how to do the worship for Sunny so that you do not get the negative impact of Sani Graha. So all the things, these are likely karma kanda, right? Means we are afraid of things, how to avoid, not dangerous to come to our heart. So here, if you see, Shreyastam Katamat Rajan, Karmanatmana Sayyasi, Dukkahani Sukhabhapti, Shreyastam Neha Chesyate. So now, Samantraya Prabhuji, can you read this translation? Unmute yourself.
Prabhuji, I will read. I missed it.
Okay.
It's busy.
Yes, you can read. Yes.
Narada Muni asked King Prachina Barishat, my dear king, would you desire to achieve by performing these fruitive activities? The chief aim of life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy happiness. But these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So I told you about these things, right, in the previous example. Now I am giving you the conclusion here. The conclusive part is what is said, Narad Muni said. The chief aim of life is to, can you repeat after me, everybody? The chief aim of life
Chief aim of life
The chief aim of life
is to get rid of
is to get rid of
all miseries
all miseries
and
and
enjoy happiness.
enjoy happiness.
But these two things
But two things
cannot be realized
cannot
cannot be realized
by fruitive activity.
by fruitive activities.
So Narad Muni is a powerful soul. When he says something, means there is a value in it. When Narad Muni said that this thing you are not going to get it, so don't try to attempt it. It is called insanity. So by performing karma kanda means, okay, Vedics first, the Vedavadarata, Puspijam Bhajam, we just read from Bhagavad Gita 42, 43, 44. In these sections, you can understand that by doing such ritualistic ceremony for promoting ourselves heavenly planets, you will not attain these two things. Get rid of all miseries. Maybe you will get rid of partial miseries. The real miseries of our life are Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, Dukkha Dosar Darshanam. Okay, you may be, relief from poverty. You may be relieved from disease, some kind of diseases which you're experiencing. You may be relieved from your defamation, which is happened, and by correcting certain things. But you will not be relieved from all these miseries by fruitive activities. And yeah, definitely the second part, you will not enjoy complete happiness. Because Prachina Barishat is doing so much. He is killing animals because animal sacrifice. Karma Kanda means animal sacrifice. Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, so Visera Bhanda. So that is the one which has been mentioned in Veda. Visera Bhanda means these are all poison pot. We don't need to go there. Jnana Kanda also speculative knowledge, and Karma Kanda, the ritualistic ceremonies, fruitive activities. These are all not Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda is rejected by us. Why? Narad Muni has clearly said here, get rid of all misery. If somebody asks you, what is our aim of life? My aim of life is to, as per Narad Muni has said, two things. What is? To get rid of all miseries in my life and to enjoy happiness. That's why that's what I'm aspiring for. I'm chanting Hare Krishna to get rid of all my miseries and to enjoy happiness. That's it. So these things, which is Narad Muni said, by any other methods, you're not going to get it. That's Narad Muni already mentioned. And he has given example of King Puranjana. Like King Puranjana is exactly the King Prachina Bharishad. He has unlimited desires for sense enjoyment. Consequently, he traveled all over the world to find a place where all his desires could be fulfilled. Unfortunately, he found a feeling of insufficiency everywhere. So he go. After that, he went to Bharatvarsha. When he went to the Bharatvarsha, a city had 9 gates, all about and was characterized by all auspicious facilities. 9 gates are, 9 gates? 2 eyes, 2 ear, nostril, mouth, anus, genital. So these are likely 9 gates. So this city has surrounded by walls, but this is about giving an analogy of a body. Walls and parks, and within it were towers, canals, windows, and outlets. The houses are decorated with domes made of gold, silver, and iron. Now, who is the Puranjana here? What is doing? He is doing evam karmasu samskata kamatma vanchito buddha mahisi yat yat iheta tat tat eva evanna vartata. So that means, can somebody read the translation? Who is voluntary? Who has not read?
Priya Mataji has not read. Sudhir Priya
Yeah.
Mataji. Mataji, Sudhir Priya Mataji, can you read, please, if you are?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm reading, but I didn't
No
unmute
problem.
myself. Translation: being thus entangled in different types of mental concoction and engaged in fruitive activities, King Puranjana came completely under the control of material intelligence and was thus cheated. Indeed, he used to fulfill all desires of his wife, the queen.
So here, how did it fulfill the desire? By counting money, wealth. So by doing this one, he is able to fulfill his sensual engagements. Now, this is the one Prabhupada mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a very beautiful story. Everybody should read the King Puranjana. So King Puranjana, how Narad Muni is talking to King Prachina Barishad that you are, and this is the Maya, which is by the 5-headed snake. That's the prana, the snake and the wall, and the 9 gates are there. And then you can see there are, attack will happen, and then the Kalakanya would come, then Jara would come. So many things which as characters has been defined by Narad Muni, and it has been given to example to King Prachina Varishad. And this is the 9 gates where you will be able to see. Eastern gates is your eye, the front facing. These are for knowledge, upliftment, and the down one, which is anus and genitals for development of hellish life if you are engaging too much. So it had been mentioned in this one. So, Bansi Prabhuji, can you read this?
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Which one you said, Prabhuji?
This text here.
The King Puranjana.
Yeah.
Oh, for one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work, but one whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion.
So here it has been seen again, the control mind is very important. So one should get rid of this idea of fruitive activities. So what you have to do now? The flowery words. So in the left side is the flowery words. Right side is pure devotional service. What do you do? Where should you go, Prabhu? Avinav Prabhu, where should you go? Left or right?
Right, devotional service.
Exactly. So where is the fish is there? What is jumping? He's in Karma Kanda. When he got the pure nectar, Visuddha Suddha Sattva, he's jumping to pure devotional service. Get rid of them. That means asatsangatyaga e Vaishnava achar. Just try to get rid of these things. Who decides? In your mind, who decides?
We should decide.
We decide. So why it is saying? Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyataram maya vimshet asesena yathichasi tatha kuru. So thus I've explained to you knowledge, still more confidence. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Krishna says, what you wish to do. Yathe ichhasi tatha kuru. That means your ichha, you do it. Krishna never imposed things. So I am giving, you decide. So this is the two path, Karma Kanda or you go Ananda Kanda, which is Bhakti. Just like fish is jumping from this material world to the spiritual world. You also jump by Tyagatim. Give them, reject those philosophy, reject this Puspitam Bhajam, reject all the things. Just my life is dedicated to serve Krishna and Guru and Gauranga. In that mood, if you do, then you'll come to the stage of pure devotional service. Because by coming to the pure devotional service, you will be able to know. So do not become atheist by concluding that Vedas has no meaning, rather know the Vedanta, because that has been understanding the true meaning of the Vedas. That's also important. And learn Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source. Thank you very much. So any questions still there? Let
Prabhuji,
me,
Go
yes.
ahead.
so
Yeah, I stopped the presentation now. I can, yes, any question now?
yeah. So my question was like, with these two stories, what I understood was like, basically, we need to do more devotional service. And I think there was one statement in the second story where you were saying, I mean, there was mention saying like we need to enjoy, we need to get happiness, and there was one other word, I don't remember. So when you say when we need to get happiness, we can get it through chanting Mahamantra, or we also have other options like people do enjoy like eating food, or earning more money, or um, more sexual desires, or any other things. Even those things give happiness. So why is it that like God has created even that, and also even chanting Mahamantra, like he's giving option, every option for us, and asking us to decide what to do?
Yes, so God has not created every options. So he has created those options in the material world because we are originally from the spiritual world. And the spiritual world, the material inabilities doesn't belong there. Like your sexual desire, your procreation, your eating, your earning, doing a job, getting your money, etc., and struggling for existence. It doesn't exist in the spiritual world. Spiritual world means everybody is Satchidananda Vigraha. Everything is Sat, Chit and Ananda. So now because we desired, apart from Krishna, we wanted to be like Krishna. We wanted to be like God. As God is enjoying, we wanted to be enjoyer, supreme enjoyer. So that is not possible in spiritual world. So that we fell down to this material world. And in the material world, these things have been given for us to predominate ourselves that we are also a king. Oh, I have 100 my wives. I'm enjoying sex life. I have 200 palaces. I have 100 cars. I have this opulences, which is given by God so that we fulfill our desires which we desired for. Now the question is that God has created this and that. God has created actual interest of God of all of us to go back to Him in the spiritual world and enjoy happiness. The reason that is called Maya or illusion, that you are saying that, okay, I'm working hard and enjoying earning money. Am I happy? Yes, you are happy. I am having sexual intercourses. Am I happy? Yes, I am happy with that. But that is called temporary happiness. That is called asat. You are getting happiness, but temporary. Can you get full happiness? You are earning $100,000. Are you happy? How long? When you heard that your friend is earning 200,000, are you happy? Your happiness is gone. Why am I earning 100,000? He's earning 200,000. My happiness is gone. Or your money is scammed by something else, and you are already. So this happiness is there, but it is momentarily. In order to get the full-time happiness, Narad Muni said that one has to completely come to the state of surrendering to Lord Krishna's lotus feet. At the stage you will get permanent happiness. And the thing we are not able to realize that permanent happiness because we are contaminated views of like a jaundice. We are cleaning. The sadhana bhakti means we are cleansing that process. And that cleansing that process and the means are the same, chanting Hare Krishna. So by doing that one point of time, we will come to that state that permanent happiness is chanting of Hare Krishna only. But right now we are not at the state of fully aware. So we are just thinking this or thinking that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. So any other question?
So, Prabhuji, what you are saying is, it is we who have asked for God to enjoy life. That's what you are mentioning in the beginning to his question.
Yes, it is. It is we demanded how I want to enjoy, not how God wants you to enjoy. It is we decided how I want to enjoy. So God gave us a different platform. That this is the platform, you go there and you enjoy the way you want it. If you wanted to enjoy the real way, which I want like to, then this is the spiritual. Like gopis wants to enjoy with Krishna. Like the Jaya and Vijay wanted to enjoy with Vishnu in Vaikuntha. So that is the way God wants you to enjoy there. But we want no, I don't want to serve like this, to wait as a Dwarpal. I wanted to go there. I wanted to have my Dwarpal and I want to be master. So this master principles is applicable in material world. So everybody wants to be a master. Do you know who is working as a chief engineer or junior engineer, software engineer? Everybody wants to become CEO. Why should I follow him? I should be a master. They are working for, they are not in that position, but everybody desires to be the master. There is nobody wants to be servant. If you go and say, do you want to be servant? Even the chaprasi, even the guy who is cleaning the toilets, he said, no, how we are getting sitting in that software engineer. I want to become like that. The next person wants to, oh, how the guy is being a vice president. I want to become the vice president. Why these ambitions are? Because we want to be master. And that is naturally in the material world. But our original thing is, Jivaira Sarubhai Krishna Nityadasa. Our original constitutional position is to be an eternal servant of Krishna.
Prabhuji, as you said, unfortunately, we don't realize the time we sleep. Other than that, we are serving someone. So we are servant actually in reality.
If we are servant, that is, but unfortunately, we think we are master. Even the president of America is also servant of us, servant of the humanity. The Prime Minister of India, he himself said, I am the Dwarpal, I am the Chokidar of India, right? Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. So similarly, everybody is a servant. But unfortunately, we consider ourselves as a master. But technically, the real master is Ekala Ishwara Krishna, Baki Sara Britya.
Prabhuji, one more question. Sorry, I'm asking too many questions.
Go ahead, yeah. You are a starter, so it's interesting for all of us. Yeah, reminder. Go ahead.
So, as we need to go in the devotional path, like chanting Maha Mantra, we also need to, earn. We need to do this corporate job. So in the corporate job, like after a few years, like initially when you join, you will join as a junior level developer, or you'll become senior, and then you try to go to the next level, as you just said, lead or manager, and then the CEO of the company. So everybody has that desire of excelling in like professional life. So is that desire not right? Like even if you are following a devotional path, like chanting and praying Krishna, so how much amount of interest or energy we need to put it in our corporate life for earning money or taking care of our family and all?
Yes, so desires are not bad because we are leading a material life. We know the thing is that conceptually we understand it, that I am really living in the Maya. At the same time, I cannot also bypass being a negligent and a scapegoat. I want to run after, no, I will quit it and I am become a pseudo spiritualist. No, Prabhupada said, you whatever job you got it, material world, you try to perform it, but perform in a way that you are not compromising your spiritual practices. Don't over desire because atyahara prayasasya prajalpa niyamagraha. In nectar of instruction, it is saying, do not over accumulate things which is not necessary. If you have 24 hours a day, if you have to work as a software engineer 20 hours, you are committing for a company, then that is not useful. So you should try to balance your life that your desire is also maintained as well as spiritual practice is not compromised. So that means that whatever if your inclinations to become big, which is nice so that you can maintain your family nicely, you can keep them happy, which is good. There's nothing to be worried about it, that you have the right desire. But they, at the same time, if you're working, there are many people who work like a dog and hog. They remain in the company day and night because in Google they give free food sometimes. They remain there, and then evening 7 p.m. they give wine. They remain there. The 9 p.m. if they give some other things, then almost 18 hours they are staying in the corporate because they're getting a little bit of benefit like a donkey. Donkey is getting grasses, so they are there. But we have many other higher business in our life. So we should go just for the sake of going there and serving, but our heart and our real objective should be serving to Guru and Gauranga.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So I'll take another last question.
Is anybody else?
Mataji's, anyone? Okay, that's good.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. I was reading out your Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Prabhupada is saying Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I think I am guessing he is your Guru Maharaj. Gopal Krishna is written. So he's exactly telling, go ahead with your job. Don't leave Krishna consciousness. Earn as much as money in a fair means and spend it for Krishna. So you are welcome to do that, and go and see your mother with your wife. Your mother was asking in Delhi, Bombay, somewhere. So yeah, it's nice. So exactly whatever you said, and that question and answer was Prabhupada is giving same answer. So
wow, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So
it's wonderful.
Unless anybody has any question, so let us unmute yourself and they tell big Haribol for Prabhuji for 3 times, and it is a wonderful class today, very instructive, and got a chance to read some things and understand. The picture speaks 1,000 words, so we got a lot of inputs to digest, and let us take it to our heart and implement how much possible. And please unmute and chant Haribol 3 times loudly for Prabhuji, and hopefully we'll again get Prabhuji's association soon.
Thank you.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. La Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you. Samved Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.
jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.